Okay, you guys can see me, you guys can hear me. I got two people here. I really screwed that one up, huh? Let's let's get started, I guess. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Let's everyone tell me what you're drinking now. I think I gotta make myself a second or maybe even a double here. I'll be honest with you. I thought I could just hit. It was like I thought it was a live button. Okay, I've done a live stream before like this where I just hit live and the camera just took over. But apparently, when you schedule it, you have to have like you have to have like a whole special software. So jokes on me. But can you guys hear me good? 5x5 and all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments. I'm reading the comments here, but let me know in the comments if you can actually hear me. If I'm too loud, if I'm too soft, if all that good stuff. I'm trying to get a feel for how the audio is actually working. And normally when I do these live streams, the person I do them with, the Gaining Ground, he does all the hard lifting, all the heavy lifting, and does all the work. I just show up and look pretty. All right, so we're loud and clear. We're 5x5. We got 5 viewers, which represents, all the MVPs of this YouTube channel. So I think it is time to get started. I know some of you are already started your New Year's. I started drinking way too early, apparently, because, yeah, I screwed this up. I think I had the 360 mode on, and yeah, this laptop is not set up for 360. So let's just get started. The NoFate channel checking in. If you came to this live stream late, you really didn't miss much. I will put all of the time codes in the description of the first comment. I'll pin the first comment. But let's just get into it. This is the last and first live stream I'm doing, clearly by all my mistakes, of 2020. So hopefully the first live stream of 2021 will be a lot better than this one. Let's just say what's going on. So let's just do a quick recap of 2020. In 2020, I gained nearly 3,000 subscribers, and I put out a whopping 330 plus videos. I almost put out a video a day, which looking back now is something extraordinary, especially with all that was happening in 2020. So a lot happened with the channel, a lot of growth. I got a new camera, which is actually my iPhone 11 Pro. So I got a new camera with the NoFate sticker. Weird, you can buy these with the NoFate stickers already on them. Go figure. And I also got some new audio equipment with respect to the audio. Ended up being a lot better now that I got my Tascam DRO5. So a lot of the audio got improved this year as well. And then the editing software was running the same as the year before with DaVinci Resolve. And then all of a sudden my computer died. If you remember Big Red, the computer I put together with used parts from Craigslist. Yeah, go figure. Used parts from Craigslist don't last as long as they should. But it died after 2.5 years. I got a whole video on that. And after a few months, I finally got this one in, and I will be doing a full breakdown and speed test of this one. But it's finally up and running. For those of you who've ever edited software, if you've ever edited, you know that having a whole stuff on your computer makes it a lot easier. And then I had to start from scratch by getting this computer up and running. But we're back up. We've got all the videos going on. And a lot happened this year just with regards to just tons and tons of content that I was able to put out. YouTube reviews of gadgets, of supplements, of home gym equipment, and Jurassic Quest. People seem to love that Jurassic Quest review that was the kids loved, but clearly it was an absolute dumpster fire of an outing with the children. So that's 2020 in a nutshell. What have you been doing in 2020? Obviously it's been a crazy year. One of the things I didn't expect to be so difficult was the schooling with the children. Homeschooling, not that fun. Go figure. Also, the hybrid model, which is what they're doing here in my town, which is 1 week on, 1 week off with the kids, seems to be working for COVID and all that good stuff. But with respect to trying to set up a schedule with the kids, with our work, with everything else in between, it's an absolute mess. And the weeks that my son is in school, he loves being in school. He loves just getting out of the house, frankly, getting away from me and his mother. But the weeks that he's home, it's just nuts. It's just pandemonium on a completely different scale. So I'm going to take a break and I'm going to make another drink because after screwing up that live stream, I need a drink. But there's a bit of a funny story. I pulled out this Bacardi bottle. This Bacardi bottle, for those of you who don't know, because why would you? This was actually my grandparents' Bacardi bottle in their house. When they were moving out of their home, they just got rid of all their alcohol because they stopped drinking at a certain age. And they were like, hey, why don't you take it? And I don't drink that much. So this bottle's actually lasted me quite a while. But this bottle of Bacardi is over 30 years old. And you can tell by the price. You probably can't see it. I don't think the webcam's going to be able to see it. This bottle costs $5.50. I don't think you can get this size bottle for $5.50 anymore, anywhere. That's someone trying to Skype me. Don't know what that's about. So clearly an old bottle for $5.50. So we're going to do a pour. I got a shot glass here. Little Jägermeister shot glass. Is everyone on their first drink, their second drink? Let me know in the comments. It's hard for me to kind of get a feel for how we're doing on the live stream, if it's actually coming in. And we got some flat soda, but So for those of you who do follow me on YouTube, make sure you follow me on social media, specifically Instagram. I actually got a TikTok account, and before anyone gets worried, I am not going to be posting any actual dance videos of myself. I just didn't want someone else to snap it up because for some reason people love to just jump on other people's social media tags and kind of steal their email, steal their stuff. Mary Cat, thank you for joining. OCR Kings, thank you for joining. Tap Out King, Cutie Beauty, Chung Han, Jeffaholics, Linda, thank you all for joining. Heroic Muscle, thank you for all joining. Yeah, so let's get into what's going on for 2021. Now, I know we all expect it to be just like an amazing year, and I will be completely honest, I expect it to be better than this year, but not by much. I think it is going to be La Morosa, thank you for checking in. Appreciate everyone who showed up, especially in this cluster of a live stream. So I think 2020 is going to be better than 2021 is going to be better than 2020, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be like a light switch where it's going to go from bad to good. I think it's going to be a real slow transition where we see more of the same of what we're at, and then hopefully the numbers will go down, things will get better, and over time we'll get to where we want to go. But I got a feeling it's probably going to be the second half of this year before we feel comfortable opening stuff back out. For those of you in America who don't know, I've got friends over in London. Their stuff's been shut down for a month, like locked in, like locked in, and they're not even going to open up any of their phases until the 13th of January. So they still got 2 more weeks. So it is nuts. Now, here in the U.S., they've got the vaccinations coming out. At least the first shots have been issued, and the second shots supposedly are going to be in 3 weeks. But even that is really a mess with respect to different states having different priorities and different, levels of who's getting injected, stuff like that. For the YouTube channel, for me, we're going to have a lot more of the same with respect to videos. I expect to put out a lot of videos. Last year was almost a video a day, and next year it's going to be less. I'm hoping to do less than 330 videos. Frankly, I'm hoping to do somewhere between 275 and 300. The reason being the quality of the videos this year kind of fell off. There's a couple of them, if you watch closely, they were just thrown together. They was just junk. And I don't want to do that to you, the viewers. And frankly, I don't want to do that to me because it just wastes my time. Putting together junk videos and videos that are just kind of snapped together with no editing, no quality control ends up just being a waste of time because frankly, even the crappy videos, take a lot of time to put together with regards to rendering, uploading, putting the thumbnails together, putting the write-ups together, advertising them on YouTube, begging Opperman Fitness to watch them, and using his band's music on them as well. So next year we're going to make less videos, but hopefully the quality is going to be a lot better, and hopefully they will end up being viewed a lot more, and then ultimately more interaction. So even though right now I'm closing in on 5,000 subscribers, I've got like 600 to go to hit 5,000, I want to focus less on the subscriber count. I certainly think next year I'll probably hit 8,000 to 10,000 subscribers, but I don't really care about the subscribers. I care more about the interactions with the people that are watching my videos, like Opperman Fitness, Sarah, La Morosa, Linda, everybody. I really appreciate everyone who watches the videos, because I know a lot of the videos end up being my life. So it's a real potpourri of content, you know, everything from the family life, which I love, to the supplements, which I also love. But clearly people who kind of check in for stuff that's going on with my family don't necessarily care that much about the supplements, or maybe even the home gym stuff. So less videos, better content, more editing. I think I want to make the videos a lot more fun to watch, a lot more engaging, so that people will watch them all the way through. Believe it or not, the analytics show that most people don't get past like the 2 or 3 minute mark on my videos. And I get it. People check in, realize that it's not a subject that they are interested in, and they move on. I do that as well. So I'm hoping to put a lot more interaction, a lot more fun stuff into the videos going forward, to encourage people to comment, watch the videos all the way through, or at least more than 2 or 3 minutes, and obviously to hit that subscribe button and notification bell if they want. Also, one of the big goals, both with my family and with the channel, is to get out of the house. Now, it's easier said than done, especially now that winter is here. As an example, it was 40 degrees, of a high of 40 degrees here in Massachusetts. It was such a warm day for Massachusetts. I grabbed my son and I said, let's go to the park. So I took him down to the playground. No one was there because it was so freezing cold. But based on the weather for the rest of the week, it was the best day of the week. So we got him out just to have some type of exposure to the outside world. So I think we're really going to be looking for avenues to get the kids out of the house. Easier said than done. I think we're going to try to find a couple slopes to kind of sled down, and maybe we'll do a fun video on how to make a fast sled with lubricant and inflatable tires and stuff like that. But definitely need to just get the kids out and about, and hopefully if the numbers come down far enough, or if we're able to get vaccinated, whatever the term is, we'll maybe go back to the Museum of Science and the aquarium, all the fun spots that I love to go to with my family. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I used to take the kids to the Museum of Science once a month minimum. Oftentimes we'd go every 3 weeks, pop in for like an hour or two and pop out. We had memberships, we still have memberships, but we haven't been in a year, and it's been brutal. So if you have any ideas on things to do for wintertime, definitely let me know. With the kids at a young age, it's not easy. For Christmas time, we went out like 6 or 7 times looking at Christmas lights, both in the neighborhood, and we went to like Gillette Stadium. So we're going to do more of that, get the kids out of the house, and hopefully bring the camera along for the ride. And yeah, more supplement reviews, as you can imagine, lots and lots of supplement reviews, and more home gym stuff. More people now than ever are trying to get workouts in at home. So I'm going to continue to do more home gym videos, because frankly, that's where I spend most of my time, is in my home gym. And I've got a lot of cool, fun equipment that I haven't reviewed yet, or it's coming in. I am going to do a tour of my home gym. So I've promised a number of subscribers. So 2 things happened with the home gym tour, and this isn't an excuse. I made a home gym tour real quickly, and the video just was crud. I wasn't in the right mood. It wasn't good. So I said, okay, I'll do it again. I made another video actually came out pretty good, but I lost the footage because of transitioning between the laptop and the desktop. The footage is gone. I only have half the footage. So what I'm going to do is, in 2 weeks, once I've been able to re-clean my gym, I'm going to actually do a real fun gym tour with the prices, with what I paid, when I got it, how old stuff is, what I use it for, and probably do a 20 or 30 minute gym tour with timestamps, so that people can really see what I have and what I use and what works for me. Everyone has a different space, and everyone has a different approach to their home gym. I know some people are doing powerlifting. I know some people are doing they're just doing squats, deadlifts, that kind of stuff. And then some people like me are just trying to hold on to this dad bod to look as good as I can for as long as possible until, the train falls off the tracks. As far as home life, we're just going to keep going where we're going, which is the kids have the hybrid program. So we're going to be trying to help them with their schooling as much as we can and continue to try to maintain employment. That's probably my biggest goal of 2020 and 2021 was to maintain employment, and nothing's changed. So last year's goal of not getting laid off is the same as next year's goal. And it sounds simple and it sounds, small, but we know so many people that have lost their jobs. They're either underemployed or they're unemployed or underemployed totally. So it's going to be tough, and we're going to keep trying to keep our job while keeping our sanity with our kids. And it's easier said than done. I did not hear about the man that ran at Gillette Stadium 26 miles during the Buffalo Bills football game at night. Didn't hear that at all. That sounds very, very cold for sure. So that's where this channel is headed. You're going to see a lot more videos, although not as many as last year, but you're going to see higher quality videos, hopefully better thumbnails. I'm trying to get some really good thumbnails and more interaction, more sound bites, more just fun stuff with the channel. I know YouTube, before this year, they've really pushed for longer videos, and frankly, I find the longer videos end up just being boring, where we just drag on. Especially sometimes you'll see people like putting in stuff into a video to make it that 10 or 12 minute mark to get that extra advertisement. But I'm hoping, because YouTube kind of fixed that a little bit, I can make more 8 or 7 minute videos that are fun, quick, engaging, and just kind of give you the information and get out. So lots of fun, more gadgets. I've got so many gadgets to review that I think people are going to be find informative. I want to do more book stuff. One of the things that kind of fell off the tracks in 2020 was my reading. I really enjoy reading, and I didn't read fast, and I didn't read often, but I did enjoy reading. So I went to Audible, used Audible, and went through a number of books there, and I still listen to Audible books daily, but I do enjoy just picking up a book, and I'm hoping to do more reading and do more reading reviews where I kind of give you my top 5 books on fiction, top 5 comic books, top 5, business books, stuff like that. Just some fun interaction with reading. So hopefully you can tell me some of your favorite books, and I can learn that way. So here's the point of question and answer. I need to get this drink drunk. So drop some questions in the comments below, and we can do some back and forth question and answer. This clearly wasn't the way I had hoped with respect to this live stream, because I had left all my notes downstairs on what I was going to cover, but I think I covered most of it. How's the bulk going? It's going good. Almost up to 185. In a previous video I mentioned I want to kind of overshoot that 185 and then kind of come back down to 185. So I've been eating like crazy. I've been doing the seafood diet, everything in sight. Even mass gainers, if you guys have watched my latest video, my mass gainers, I've been taking those too. And I know Opperman Fitness hates mass gainers, but it's just convenience factor for me. I can't get the calories in. So I'm very close to 185. I'm going to try to get to like 186, 187, and then kind of taper back. And my goal fitness-wise for 2021 is really to maintain 185. What tends to happen with me is that I get focused on that weight, I hit it, and then I fall off. I forget to eat the calories that I need. Just the stuff gets busy. So I'm hoping to chocolate wine. That sounds like it could be pretty good, chocolate wine. So sorry, I heard wine and I got sidetracked. So I'm hoping to basically lock in on 185 and maintain it throughout the whole year without any slippage, without really having a strong focus where I'm trying to weigh myself once or twice a week to make sure that I'm not slipping below that 185. Believe it or not, when I get below 185, I don't look leaner. I look skinny fat. It's not pretty. And I feel like I feel my best and look my best at 185. Also, my ankle, for those of you who don't know, I sprained my ankle by falling down the basement stairs. Not necessarily something I would recommend. I fell down the basement stairs and it's almost healed. We're probably sitting at like 85 or 90%. And I'm hoping once it's fully healed to redo my current workout program. I've been doing push-pull legs split for, man, over a year now, and I love it. I really, really enjoy it in terms of how I enjoy it. Just in terms of my schedule, in terms of my recovery, in terms of like that one off day every 3 days. So what I'm going to do is keep that push-pull legs split, but I need to revamp it. I've been doing like the same old push-pull legs for far too long. I got to kind of change up some of the rep scheme, change up some of the training and the timing on it, and probably try to incorporate a bit more circuit training at the end, because I find that circuit training just takes it out of me. I really enjoy hitting those circuits at the end of my workout to kind of just get that cardio in and tax that cardiovascular system, and then put my body through kind of like a much quicker pace than the typical bodybuilding workout where you do a set, wait like 60 seconds, do another set. Yeah, Hamilton asks, people love those upper lower days with the rest period in between. That works for a lot of people. And I would say if it's working for you, stick with it. But if you find it boring, think of changing it up. I like push-pull legs because personally it taxes my body. It allows me for a good split with the equipment that I have. And then I'm able to kind of almost hit every body part twice a week. Almost, but not quite. And that allows for, at least I think, good muscle protein synthesis, good optimization of my time and my energy. Todd Johnson, good question on endurance type pre-workout. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek on tomorrow's video. That video is coming out tomorrow. It's the first part of that tomorrow's video is all about performance pre-workouts. One pre-workout that I'm going to mention, it's in tomorrow's video and I go into detail. It's called Kumite by Apollo Nutrition. It is 100% underrated. It's one that I use when I did my half marathon. It's one that I've done when I've done my obstacle course racing. Speaking of obstacle course racing, speaking of 2021, I will hope to do an obstacle course race this year. Last year, I ended up doing one virtual obstacle course race. A lot of obstacle course race companies are on the verge of bankruptcy, and a number of what I would call like crappy ones, they set up live events knowing that they were probably going to have to pull back, and then people paid for the live events, and then they basically got the ability to push that money forward or do a virtual race. It was a really shoddy thing to do to their constituents. So I'm hoping that there's actually live virtual, I'm hoping there's actually live obstacle course races. I'd like to do another obstacle course race. I really had fun. The last one I did was the Spartan Fenway, which was so much fun. And it was a short, fun course, and hoping I can do that. Yeah, OCR Kings, they did a huge bait and switch. And it wasn't just one company. It wasn't just Bone Frog. It was a few other obstacle course races that did it, knowing full well they were just taking people's money. And it'll be interesting to see which obstacle course races haven't filed bankruptcy by the time that the live events are actually able to take place. And I would like to, at the end of next year, basically do another obstacle course race, ideally the Spartan Fenway, even though that's probably an extreme stretch. Shout out to the obstacle course race kings, because these guys have been doing all of the virtual races, and it's been brutal. I've loved their channel for a long, long time, but this has been a hard year on them because there's been no live events whatsoever. Any other questions? Drop some questions below in terms of what you guys want to see. I do have a lot of fun videos planned. I've got like a whole vision board with videos broken out for like 3 or 4 months worth of videos. I am hoping to review some more local restaurants, because I think we really need to showcase local restaurants or smaller restaurants in this area. I already did Frobies, which is like a really fun coffee shop here. Also, I want to kind of reach out to a number of small fitness companies and see if I can review them. I know a lot of small companies have sprouted up. Now that fitness equipment is so difficult to come by, there's a lot of just American companies that have just decided to make their own equipment. So I think that would be a fun review, a fun way to reach out and do some collaborations and give them exposure as well. Yeah, so I'm appreciating the comments. Happy New Year to everybody. Matt Talbers, Heroic Muscle. Really happy New Year. I really appreciate everyone who stopped in. I'm going to do a hard stop at 9. I figured that if this went well, we would stop at 9. So it went poorly with respect to initially the start. So we're going to stop at 9 regardless. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will get them answered. But so much fun stuff planned for 2021 with respect to this channel. And hopefully with respect to all of us. I want stuff to open up. The fact that I know so many states and then overseas that Europe is just all shut down. It's actually quite sad and quite nerve-wracking to think. Because I don't know about you, but personally, I feel like agitated when I'm told I can't go out. I would rather have everything shut down and be told that I can go out, but there's just no place to go. I think it's more of psychologically when they tell you like you can't go out because everything's locked down, you're locked in. It really kind of gnaws at you. Another thing that I did recently was I put a new channel trailer up. For people who don't know what that is, if you ever go to youtube.com/NoFate247, the first time you go, the channel trailer plays, which tells you what my channel is about. And the last one was like 2 years old. So I finally put a new one together. It's like a minute long. Basically, it's just like a teaser of like what the channel is about, what to expect, kind of that kind of stuff. But it was fun to put a new one together. Because even though I love the old one, my son was like 2 years old in it, and my daughter didn't exist when I put it together. So it was certainly time for a new one. So if you haven't seen that channel trailer, definitely check it out. It's only 60 seconds long. As far as SARMs, Tap Out King, that's something I don't mess with. I feel like that's really just you're just nothing. There's no free lunch in this world, and trying to mess with SARMs is going to be overpaying for something that's going to underdeliver and potentially just going to leave you holding the bag on a lot of nasty side effects. So if I were you, or at least I'm not going to mess around with SARMs. I can't tell other people what to do, but I wouldn't bother. So how many of you are going to actually see the ball drop? When I was a kid, I used to stay up till midnight. When I was younger, I used to stay up till midnight, and I used to watch the Three Stooges marathons. I don't know if they still have them on now, but they used to have Three Stooges marathons on every New Year's. And I think for 5 years in a row, I watched the Three Stooges marathon. And I'm amazed at how many episodes and movies of the Three Stooges there are. There's just so many. They must have put out like more content than even I did with respect to my YouTube videos, because they've got so many videos. But I used to try to stay up all night watching the Three Stooges, and I don't think I've seen New Year's ball drop in like 3 or 4 years now. Now with the kids, I think seeing the ball drop is a lot less interesting as opposed to just actually getting some sleep. Yeah, so a cat named Scamper, I've not reviewed those. So with regards to supplements, I try to get my hands on as many supplements as I can. But for every pre-workout, for every supplement, for every protein that I review, there are like dozens upon dozens that I just haven't gotten my hands on. And I've reached out to so many companies. I will say that every company that's reached out to me asking me to review a supplement, I just said yes. If they send it to me, even if I don't think it's going to be good off the bat, I give it a try. I try. I try to review everything that they send me, and I do so with open eyes. I try not to have any animosity towards any company and try to do an unbiased review. But so many companies don't want to send out free product, and I don't blame them. And I'm certainly not a big supplement reviewer. So when I reach out to some of these companies, I'm sure that a lot of my messages either get ignored or they just get missed outright. So a cat named Scamper, I haven't reviewed those, but if I get my hands on them, I will. I try to get samples as much as I can to help get those reviews out, but it's easier said than done. Ashley P, thank you for the Happy New Year's. And leg day, is it worth it? Absolutely. Leg day is probably the most important day with regards to workouts, because oftentimes if you do it right, you're really taxing your whole system. You're taxing your whole nervous system. You're doing a lot of multi-joint exercises, and you're getting a ton of upper body in as well. So many people kind of skip leg day, or they kind of poo-poo leg day, or they just kind of do cardio to kind of get their heart rate up. But leg day is so important. and so many hard exercise. Leg day is probably my hardest day, and it's probably the one I look forward to the least, but it is the most important day of the workout program because, you know, the upper body can take care of itself if you do leg day correctly. Red Card 1 supplements, that I think I've tried one of their supplements total, and I liked it. The one I tried was good. I'm trying to think of the one I had. For those of you who don't know, Red Card 1, they have this kind of fun theme. It's all like war stuff. It's all like, you know, double tap, and it's all like, I don't know, if you were like a ranger in the army, you would know all these terms, but it's all these war terms. So they've got some fun little themes going on with respect to their supplements, but the one I tried was pretty good. Usually I think their stuff is overpriced, but again, I haven't done a deep dive into trying to find sales. A lot of the times with these supplement companies, if you keep your head in a swivel, you can find some really good deals, especially if you time it correctly with respect to like the 4th of July, Black Friday, you know, Cyber Monday, stuff like that. Top 3 favorite exercises, they'd probably be all bicep exercises if I had to pick favorites. If I had to recommend exercises to do for people that are looking to do them, I would say probably the pull-up, number 1, because I happen to think the pull-up is the best back exercise. And any type of iteration of the squat, whether it's an air squat, a front squat, a back squat, kettlebell front squat, any type of squat exercise is really, really good. And then bicep curls, right? Curls for the girls, right? You got to just... Listen, the bicep is one of the fun muscles you can do because you can actually see it. So obviously bicep curls. Yeah, the gaining ground. Thank you for checking in. I dressed up. Listen, this is I took off the sweatpants and the pajamas, and I dressed up here for all of you. It would have been better if it didn't crap out at the beginning of the live stream, but we're here. We're here. We did it, and now we got the first one out of the way. So if you guys want to get a real good laugh, kind of go back to my old videos. I left all the old ones up. And just check those out. Check those pieces of trash out. For those of you who've never seen the old videos, for the first 6 months of my YouTube career, I didn't know how to make dual channel audio, which means if you had earphones in, you would only get volume out of one ear. And it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. And those videos took me so long because my on-camera persona was just all stuttering. So like a 10-minute video would take me like 3 hours in front of the camera. It was just a mess upon a mess. And yeah, I leave them up because it reminds me of how far I've come. Yeah, sponsored by a supplement company. So there's no, supplement companies don't want to sponsor anybody, okay? Supplement companies don't give anything out for free, and sponsorship is not something that, I think people think of sponsorship like I just get free supplements. And the reality is I don't get any free supplements. If I get a supplement in, I have to review it. I have to put a lot of time and energy into it. And a lot of my videos that you've seen of me reviewing supplements are supplements that I paid for out of my own pocket, or I shared supplements with other reviewers. They'll send me some and I'll send them some. Most supplement companies don't want to send out free supplements, and the ones that do will only do so after you've become successful. A number of the supplement companies that have sent stuff to me have done so after I've already reviewed a lot of their products and shown the quality of the videos that I can put together. You get a lot of people that will kind of review a supplement, and then all of a sudden they think that they deserve tons of free stuff. And the reality is you don't get the free stuff without actually showing you can put a really good product together. And yeah, I mean, nothing in this world is free. If you see me do a video, if you see me do a 10-minute video, I'm actually going to do a whole video on this. If you see me do a 10-minute video on YouTube, the time it takes me to put a 10-minute video together is upwards of like 3 to 4 hours. And that's not a joke. That's not an exaggeration. That's involving like the shooting, the editing, the rendering, the uploading, the thumbnail, all the write-ups, and then all the social media posts to go with it. So, you know, you got to ask yourself, what's 4 hours of your time worth? And trust me, a few pennies worth of supplements is not worth 4 hours of your time. You better love doing supplement reviews in order to expect to get free supplements, because they're not free. They take a lot of time. Someone on this channel, Opperman Fitness, he does tons of supplement reviews. He does like 2 a day, every day. He's got like 7,000 supplement review videos, and he will tell you that he puts a ton of time into them. And you know, you think it's fun getting free stuff sent to you, but it's not. You're better off paying for the supplements that you want and that you know you like, than trying to wrangle companies to get you to send you free stuff. Because then once they start sending you stuff, then they expect you to give them good reviews, and they don't realize that an honest review channel is going to give you an honest review. So when you get sent crappy stuff, you're going to give them a crappy review. And if you look at some of the reviewers out there that aren't as 100% honest, you can see that they're looking for nice ways to say the supplement isn't great. Like you can see it in their face when they drink it. They're like, well, it's kind of good. You can kind of get a feel for people just kind of being fake or trying to be nicer than they should for a supplement that doesn't deliver. Okay, it is 9:02. It is past my bedtime, and I want to wish everyone a happy new year. I want to wish everyone a huge thank you for dealing with my live stream mess that was this live stream, and hopefully, I promise the next one is going to be a heck of a lot better than this one went. Thank you all for joining. As usual, if you've come this far, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.